Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Michael.
Hey, this is Hung.
This is Hermes Entourage General Tips video. We're making this just basically because if we could have talked to ourselves about 10 to 15 years ago, I'm 33. How old are you, Hung?
32.
32. If I could have told myself about 10 to even 15 years ago about some general tips for businesses, that would have been great. Talk to my younger self. So if you're just getting into a new business right now, hopefully this video helps you. If you're already involved with some businesses, hopefully this video helps you too, because I myself, I've probably been in around like 10 to 15 businesses that I've started up, I've been involved in. What about yourself?
I've been part of and started a lot of companies. I can't even count it. So
Yeah. So between us, we got almost like 30 years between us in the business world. We're not super old or anything like that, but still we got experience, and we're going to pass that on to you guys. One of my first tips is surrounding yourself with the right people. I think that's one of the biggest things when you're getting started as an entrepreneur, as a business person, is to find people with the same mindset. There's a quote out there, you're the sum of the 5 people, the average that you hang around the most. And the reason for me that's the biggest important is because our mindset really drives how we do things on everyday life, our habits, our behaviors, our actions, really, our thoughts. So the people you're hanging around with, you're spending the most time with, if you want to be successful, put yourself around other successful people.
yeah, the other thing is actually communication. Communication is extremely, extremely important, right? There's a lot of elephants in the room, and a lot of people actually assume that their partners actually can read their mind instead of actually saying something and bringing it forward. So when you actually do build out a business and you have other people around you, make sure that you actually communicate whatever is on your mind. Build goals together. Just general tips. What you're grateful for every single day, stuff like that. Build goals. Have every single day. Just do a 5-minute session with every single person, and you'll be good.
And that's especially if you're working with a team, right? Communication is extremely important. If you're working as yourself, an individual, communicate yourself with a journal, with a diary, just so you kind of have that thing going on. But as Hung was saying, like having that communication builds that trust. Just yesterday, he shared a video with me on some meditation stuff, and that helped me personally this morning. So it's something that I came into work feeling a little more enlightened, right? And he was just able to communicate something that helped me out. And, we have that trust now that we can talk to each other about bigger things, right? If you can talk to each other about personal things and communicate, it's going to help when it comes down to operating agreements, business, money, the big thing that it's going to slow down a business. So building up the communication. Another thing when you get starting with a business is to look at what successful people have done and duplicate success. Success leaves trails, guys, all right? Don't try to reinvent the wheel. There's plenty of books out there. So many books. I don't even know where to start. Think and Grow Rich is probably the entrepreneur's Bible. I like this book called The Happy Pocket Full of Money. There's so many freaking good books out there, but don't try to reinvent the wheel. Look at what other successful people have done, whether it be personally, spiritually, career-wise, relationship, and especially how they organize their business, and then try to duplicate that.
Yeah, exactly what Michael was saying. Copy your way to success, right? This is the only industry where you can actually copy somebody or a quote, cheat and actually succeed, right? Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Do what others have done and make yourself successful. That's why we want to teach you how to become successful, what we've done in the past. So we have the arrows in our backs, so just look at our arrows and then don't get those same arrows. Right? So the second thing is another thing that's actually important in business is the ability to actually just take action, right? I know that there's a lot of things out there that you actually learn, and everybody thinks that you have to learn every single thing. You have to learn how to build out an entity. You have to learn how to build out a website. You have to learn how to do all these things. And what it causes is paralysis, right? Action paralysis is a big thing against entrepreneurs. So what we've actually learned recently is just-in-time learning, right? Learn just what you need to know in order to do the next phase, right? Don't actually try to learn everything and then take action. Learn one thing, take action, then learn the next thing, take action. So that's actually a really important tip to actually get something done.
Yeah. I'm so glad he brought that up. I mean, action, guys, it's really everything. We, as human beings, we learn through failures, right? But there's no such thing as failure, guys. Really try to accept that concept that there's only feedback. And you got to take that action. You got to make a mistake to actually get internally what your failure is. But if you don't take the action, if you get caught up, and I've been guilty of myself too, just like hunkering down, watching all the videos, reading books, making all the vision boards, and you got all the cool vision boards, but then like someone asks you, so what do you do next week on an action step? You're like, I'm gonna read another book. And I've been stuck there too. So like, yes, take the action to actually go off. If you learn something from us, one of our systems, one of our templates from the online plug and play systems we're gonna give you, take the action step to do it. If you learn something in any other course that you see on YouTube and you find that it works for you, or actually you're going to have to take that action step to find if it works for you, right? But if it resonates with you, at least take that action step to do it.
Yeah, exactly what Michael says. Failure is extremely important. And when I first started too, I fell for the same trap, right? I thought I had to write a book before I even started business. And how the heck are you going to write a book? You don't even know what you're doing yet, right? So it's actually extremely important that you do learn through your failures, not through success. Try to figure out all the stuff, and since we've already figured out most of it for you, you just have to take action and figure out what's going to work for you as well, right? So,
some other stuff, just kind of on the and again, we are not attorneys, we're not CPAs. Please always seek professional advice. But with getting into business, one of the best things that you can do is become educated financially, right? About how to set up entities, so an LLC to protect yourself, to have money flow through tax purposes wise. Again, I am not an attorney. I'm not a CPA. Please always seek that. We got professional counsel for both of us, but it's good to understand why these professions exist and who's on your power team, right? No matter what business you're in. Hung and I come from the real estate world, so our power team was escrow officers, attorneys, CPAs, real estate agents, just all these different people in your power team. But seek professional advice to set up your business right. So when you do start making money, and you will, because we're going to teach you how to make money. So when you do start making money, you're set up properly for that. Anything you want to add on that?
No, that's it, man. That's exactly what Michael was saying. And the biggest thing is actually, instead of learning how to do it all on your own, sometimes it's actually better to find the who, right?
Yeah.
Go out there, find your who, build out a power team that way as well. Or if you can't, partner up with somebody that actually knows how to do something that you don't know how to do. And that way it actually propels you, makes you take that step forward faster. And then also gets rid of some of that paralysis, right? Like Michael here, he takes so much action, he makes me want to take more action. So we're constantly combating on who's taking more action without even actually having to tell each other to do it.
And sometimes not all action is great. I will say that there are some times where I'm like, damn it, I wish I would have listened to him, taken a little patience in my life, but at the same time, I do kind of live by that thing. It's like, if I'm not going to take any action, then I'm not going to learn. So, those are just some general tips that we got for you guys. I mean, there's nothing magical about what we're saying, really. Again, if the biggest thing you take away from this is that success leaves clues like little breadcrumbs, take some success tips from us, go off and Google, read a book. What are some good books that you recommend, man?
So a very important book is actually The Compound Effect. It's exactly what Michael was saying, right? When you actually start this business, don't think that you have to jump all the way to the end, right? It's just like just-in-time learning. Take a small step, okay? So I'm going to relate this to something that everybody else usually does, is working out, right? Generally, what people do is they have this push of energy or something that, call to action, and everybody's like, oh, I need to go work out, and I'm going to go 7 days a week, right? They have this fire inside of them so that they actually can go and push. So the first week they start working out, they push themselves 7 days, they get so sore they don't actually do it anymore, right? So that's not the point. The point is, if you want to start going to the gym, maybe just drive to the gym and park in the parking lot for 10 minutes. Do that every single day, and you're like, well, why the heck am I keep driving to the gym? Now I'm going to start walking in, right? So the next step is drive to the gym, walk into the gym, check in, right? And then you keep checking in every single day. You're going to say, oh, eventually I want to lift a weight. I want to start running or something like that. And don't push yourself all the way to the max again, right? Do another like 5 minutes on the treadmill or something like that, and adjust your body to get to that point where you're not burning yourself out so fast that you don't want to do it again, right? So that's kind of the compound effect.
And if you guys are familiar with compounding interest, then what he said should make sense to you, resonate with you, because the small things, compounding interest over time, as Albert Einstein said, is the most powerful thing, right? You invest now and you just let it sit, compounding interest is going to add up. Same thing in the habits in your life, right? Small habits will add up and it will change the person that you're becoming, because that's really what success is, right? One of the most powerful quotes I heard was from Jim Rohn. Success is not something you pursue. Success is something that you attract by becoming a more attractive person to the marketplace. So I got to raise my value. I got to raise my standards, right? Hung was talking about small little behavior things. Another great book, we'll check out either Atomic Habits by James Clear or High Performance Habits by Brandon Bouchard. They're talking about how successful people just do what Hung was talking about. One small thing a day, or you're building it up. For me personally, it was I wanted to get up earlier. I wanted to not look at my phone in the morning so I don't get in a reactive state or be in a proactive state. So when I got up early in the morning, the first thing I did was meditate, then read, then worked out, small little habits. Now, did I do them every single day? Absolutely not. No, I'm not freaking perfect. And there was definitely mornings I woke up, I looked at my phone, I was like, damn it, I did it again, all right? But I have developed better morning habits now where I don't look at my phone for 2 hours and I feel so much better. Now, that's something that worked for me. You got to find what works for you. But again, repetition, some other all teachers. So again, that's another cool book. Anything else?
The only thing is the only difference between somebody that's successful and versus somebody that's not is the ability to take action, right? So there's another book. You don't have to read this one. It's actually very simple. It's a 5-second rule. Literally 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take action. If you don't do it within the first 5 seconds, they say that you won't do it at all, right?
So Mel Robbins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a good video about that too. But yeah, her stuff, 5-second rule. I use that when I get up in the morning. It's true. It's like if you go longer than 5 seconds, you're just gonna lay there. You're like, nah, I'm not gonna get up.
Yeah, after the 5 seconds, you actually make more excuses to not do something. So might as well just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it.
Jim Rohn talks about that too. Maybe not some 5 seconds, but he's like, if you got a great idea, write it down. And take action within like 12 to 24 hours, really. Because beyond that, people are like, oh yeah, I can think of it, so excited. I've been guilty of myself. And then a couple of days go by and you don't do it. And what if that one idea that you had right and then there, if you wrote it down or if you took some kind of action, if you bought the product, if you signed up for the gym membership, anything, you took anything action to actually get that energy and put it out there, it could change you, right? You never know.
Yeah, and always talk about it with your partners too. If you actually don't, or somebody that you trust, right? A best friend of yours, or your wife, or girlfriend, or whatever it is. Like for example, when I first met Michael, on the second day I met him, I ran up to him. I was like, "Hey, great idea," and and that's how we became business partners. It's just. Have somebody that you can trust and actually bring your idea to as well, because they can actually help you make it into a reality as well. So
yeah, and that's what he was talking about earlier, the who in your life. If right now, and we talked about this earlier, the 5 people around, if you look at your inner circle and you don't feel like you're comfortable bringing a brand new idea that might change your life, it's all for perception, right? Go off there and find someone who's successful. Go put yourself at a meetup group or an online group where people are talking about business ideas and they're creative, and then you can start floating your ideas out to them, or hey, this is something I really want to do. I would love your opinion on it. Get that energy exchange too. It's good to communicate and have that mastermind with other people in life that share the same values.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Well,
I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of just a on-the-fly video, guys. We really want to give you that value. Please, Hermes Entourage is always open. Myself, Hung, Dom, we're here for you guys. Cool.
Yeah. Just remember to sign up for the titanium package.
Yeah. Later.